The Coast Guard Special Operations Force, or CGSOF, formerly known as the Coast Guard Striking Force, was established on 16 November 1972. Since then, the unit has undergone successive, meaningful developments and changes in its name, structure, and mission. On 30 August 2017, it was renamed the Coast Guard Special Operations Force, tasked to provide special operations capability in support of the operational demands of the Philippine Coast Guard's mission and functions. The CGSOF was strategically structured to cater to the challenges in maritime security, maritime safety, maritime law enforcement, marine environmental protection, and maritime search and rescue. The endeavor enhances the operations through subgroups, namely Counter-Terrorism Group, Explosive Ordnance Disposal Group, Technical Diving Group, Baywatch Patrol Group, and the Small Boat Group. And to further strengthen the unit's functions across the entire country, Special Operations Groups, or SOGs, were activated under the operational control of the Coast Guard districts, namely SOG Northeastern Luzon in Tuguegarao, SOG Northwestern Luzon in La Union, SOG National Capital Region Central Luzon in Manila, SOG Malacanang, SOG Southern Tagalog in Batangas, SOG Bicol in Legazpi City, Albay, SOG Palawan in Puerto Princesa City, SOG Western Visayas in Iloilo, SOG Eastern Visayas in Ormoc, SOG Central Visayas in Cebu, SOG Northern Mindanao in Cagayan de Oro, SOG Northeastern Mindanao in Surigao, SOG Southwestern Mindanao in Zamboanga, SOG Southeastern Mindanao in Davao, SOG Southern Mindanao in General Santos City, and SOG Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao in Maguindanao. The CGSOF, currently led by its 17th Valiant Commander, Rear Admiral Inocencio Castro Rosario Jr., Philippine Coast Guard, has continuously flourished and embraces changes for the better. Under Maritime Search and Rescue from November 2023 up to the present, the CGSOF conducted a total of 589 surface and underwater search and rescue, as well as retrieval operations nationwide, in order to restrain the effects brought by natural disasters, man-made calamities, and emergencies. Most notable were the massive rescue operations for Typhoon Carina, where over 100 CGSOF personnel augmented the Coast Guard District National Capital Region Central Luzon in responding to severe floods affecting most of Metro Manila. The quick and efficient rescue response resulted in the successful extraction of approximately 650 civilians in flood-prone areas like Quezon City, Cainta, and Malabon. The CGSOF also responded to the aftermath of Typhoon Carina by retrieving 2 unidentified floating cadavers from the waters of Pasig River near the entrance of Coast Guard Base Farola. Likewise, CGSOF personnel augmented the Coast Guard District Southern Tagalog in extensive underwater search and retrieval operations following the onslaught of Tropical Storm Christine. Under Marine Environmental Protection from November 2023 up to the present, the CGSOF conducted a total of 823 marine environmental protection activities, which include scuba surero, coastal and river cleanup, and mangrove planting activities in the Coast Guard districts in cooperation with the PCG Auxiliary, the local government, and other civic organizations nationwide. Most notable were the response to the Manila Bay oil spill from the sinking of 3 vessels in the vicinity waters of Bataan, motor tanker Terra Nova, motor tanker Jason Bradley, and the marine vessel Mirola, which released 1.5 liters of industrial oil into the waters of Manila Bay in July 2024. The conduct of hydrographic reconnaissance, laying of marker buoy, and the installation of artificial coral reefs at the Pasig Reef, Arimbay, Legazpi City for the Coral Reef Restoration Project of Coast Guard District Bicol. The successful relocation and release of 35 newly hatched hawksbill green sea turtles along the shoreline of Barangay Lunas, Romblon. And the successful rescue of a distressed female Fraser's dolphin along the shoreline of Barangay Punta, Apari, Cagayan, in cooperation with the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources and the Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office. Under Maritime Safety, from November 2023 up to the present, the CGSOF conducted 249 underwater hull inspection and scraping operations on PCG floating assets to assure maximum operational capability, resulting in safer and more efficient voyages. In addition, the CGSOF provided instructors for a total of 66 water search and rescue or WASAR trainings and lifeguard trainings nationwide to ensure that responders are equipped with the necessary skills for safe and successful rescue. Moreover, the Baywatch Patrol Group, or BPG, provided lifeguards for a total of 236 PCG swimming qualifications tests and other water-related activities. While the Technical Diving Group, or TDG, continues to provide top-notch maintenance of the PCG diving training facility located at the Coast Guard Base Farola, resulting in 0 swimming-related accidents and untoward incidents. The Coast Guard Explosive Ordnance Disposal Group recovered a total of 5,228 unexploded ordnance, or 𝐂𝐆𝐒, weighing 4,096.99 pounds in various EOD operations nationwide. Under Maritime Law Enforcement from November 2023 up to the present, the CGSOF conducted routine maritime, vehicle, and foot patrol to prevent and deter any potential illegal activity within the area of responsibility. Some specific and noteworthy accomplishments are the conduct of joint operations with the Philippine National Police that resulted in the rescue of 2 adult males, 2 adult females, and 1 male minor who were alleged victims of human trafficking at 𝐷𝐵𝐵 Wharf, Zamboanga City. The conduct of joint maritime law enforcement operations concerning illegal activities related to 1,800 board feet of abandoned freshly cut apitang lumber with an estimated value of 100,000 pesos in Barangay New Pangan, Puerto Princesa City, Palawan. The confiscation of fishing gear from a Vietnamese fishing boat conducting illegal activities at the vicinity waters of Pag-asa Island, Palawan. The conduct of joint operations at Corcuera Port, Romblon, which resulted in the apprehension of 3 civilians and the seizure of 9.499 grams of suspected methamphetamine hydrochloride, commonly known as shabu, with an estimated market value of 82,000 pesos. Under Maritime Security from November 2023 up to the present, CGSOF personnel were deployed as security detail and standby divers on board PCG vessels during 5,844 missions this year alone. Such missions are relief operations, rescue missions, assisting vessels in distress, and on missions to protect our territorial integrity and assert our sovereign rights in the West Philippine Sea. CGSOF personnel were likewise deployed to 14 special VIP security missions involving the movement of the Commandant, Philippine Coast Guard, and other high-ranking government officials. In line with the endeavor of this unit to promote safety and security for the traveling public and maritime stakeholders, the CGSOF regularly conducts random paneling and visual inspection of rolling cargo, trucks, private vehicles, baggage, and parcels to to ensure that there are no explosive devices that may pose a threat to the lives of the public, maritime infrastructure, and vessels. Also, instructors from the CGSOF Explosive Ordnance Disposal Group conducted Explosive Ordnance Reconnaissance Agent training to a total of 725 personnel from PCG districts and commands in order to instruct its personnel on how to identify bombs and components of improvised explosive devices, as well as the safest way to handle any explosives-related situation. Other accomplishments: personnel career advancement and development. At present, a total of 324 new Coast Guard rescue divers have completed rigorous training designed to build physical endurance, mental resilience, and emotional fortitude. The graduates, composed of 234 from the Coast Guard Special Operations Course or CGSOF Class 33-2023, 8 from the Coast Guard Female Rescue Divers Course Class 6-2023, and 82 from the CGSOF Class 32-2022, who graduated last August 6, May 30, and April 12, 2024, respectively. A total of 63 new graduates of Coast Guard Explosive Ordnance Disposal Course Class 8-2024 have gone through extensive training designed to prepare the EOD specialists to safely detect, locate, render safe, and dispose of explosive threats on land or underwater, and graduated last 31 August 2024. Currently, ongoing CGSOF trainings include Counter-Terrorism Course Class 16-2024, an advanced intensified training focused to prepare students to execute high-stakes missions against terrorism to ensure the PCG's readiness for future threats. Additionally, the Technical Wreck Penetration Course Class 6-2024 is a specialized scuba training to equip divers to safely navigate and explore the overhead environment, such as interiors of sunken ships and other underwater structures. The CGSOF has intensified the existing Water Search and Rescue, or WSAR, training programs. A total of 16 classes of Instructor Development Course, or IDC, have been completed to further develop the knowledge and skills of every CGSOF diver with proper procedures and techniques to ensure the safety of rescuers and the effectiveness of assistance provided during calamities and emergencies. The CGSOF conducted pre-deployment training Class 1-2024 in order to equip the newly assigned and non-rated personnel with the necessary skills and competence to assist the rated personnel in fulfilling the mission and functions of the CGSOF. The said training is comprised of a series of competencies on Explosive Ordnance Reconnaissance Agent, or YORA, basic life support with standard first aid, Water Search and Rescue, or WSAR, and basic scuba familiarization. Further, CGSOF has strengthened its personnel career advancement through cross-trainings such as Basic Airborne Course, Jump Master, Parachute Rigger Course, Urban Combat Course, Marine Scout Sniper Course, Special Weapons and Tactics, or SWAT Course, and other local and foreign exercises and trainings such as Balikatan 39-24, Brick Piston Exercise 24-1, and Kamandag 8-24. Rest assured that the Coast Guard Special Operations Force will continue with its missions and functions, particularly in providing special operations capabilities with the end view of keeping our maritime environment safe and secure in support of the Philippine Coast Guard.